Yo, what up, world? What up, tribunal? Welcome back to another episode of the Court of Public Opinion. I am your host, King C's. and today we have a case presented to us by prosecutors. We'll call them prosecutors. Prosecutors Aben Preach and the defense, Fresh and Fit. Now, I like hearing from both sides. Now, I've heard from both sides, and the prosecutors presented a new case. So let's review them as a court of public opinion. And, after we review the tape, we can we can come to our own conclusions, right? We'll form our own conclusions, our own opinions, and not let the back and forth just distract us and whatnot. So we're going to pull up the screen here and review the tape.
We got ourselves another video on Fresh and Fit. I wonder how they feel about it.
Again!
Mr. Hair Transplant doesn't look too happy.
These guys were so quick to try to use this as content to make us look bad. They didn't properly vet this girl, but it's okay. I'm going to do it for them. But then she's running around and telling Abba and Preach and all these other simps, oh, I'm not a escort, and they're believing it. Oh, okay, I believe it. Interviewing a criminal, giving her a platform, letting her tell you all these lies, and you best believe, I'm calling immigration on you. 100%. You shouldn't even be here.
All of a sudden, they think that this kind of character assassination is going to somehow lend credence to the fact that Fresh is asking her to get an abortion, and this is not the first time. I repeat.
What?
Fresh has done this to other women. And I wouldn't believe it if it came from another woman. But guess who it came from? Pug CEO himself.
What's the worst thing you guys have done to a girl?
So, if you guys know Tom Likas, it's something called a Hail Mary.
Yeah.
And like,
shit.
basically,
You about to tell this story? Let's do it.
let's do it. Okay, so basically, right, I was with this chick, and we were kind of like fizzling out. It wasn't working out, but she got pregnant. And then I kind of told her like, yo, we can work this out. Don't worry about it. But we can't have kids right now. And then I did a Hail Mary. And now I'm here.
No, tell them what the Hail Mary is. Tell them what the Hail Mary is. Tell them what it is.
Okay.
Go all the way.
Okay. So the Hail Mary is, for example, right, where like you tell the chick what she wants to hear, and you can have kids later on.
Ain't no way,
Make her get an abortion. You take her to McDonald's, get a McGriddle, and an orange juice. You sit her down. You tell her about life, and you started this happen, and you never see her again.
Wait.
Hey, yo, to all the young men out there, let this be a lesson, okay? And get a pen and pad, because I'm going to give you guys some game, all right? Whenever someone asks you a question like this, or a question about a significant other, girlfriend, side piece, whatever, always lead with this phrase, okay? A gentleman never remembers, all right? Lead with that phrase. Write that phrase down. A gentleman never remembers, okay? It'll save you a lot of heartache. A lot more women will respect you, and they'll trust you a lot more if you always lead with that phrase. A gentleman never remembers. Now, some people gonna get it, some people ain't. The people who needs to get it will definitely understand, all right? Don't ever, in any circumstances, snitch on yourself like this, all right? So, again, a gentleman never remembers, all right? Because this right here, this ain't it, Fresh, at all.
That got really dark. That got really
You couldn't get her a nicer meal.
Fresh. You ever gonna stop self-snitching?
You fucking idiots!
And in case you're wondering whether or not this is a real story, if you keep watching the clip, you'll see that being said, Fresh says it's real. Coconuts in Barbados. Anyways, it's okay. People were like, oh, why would you think this? Because this is who Fresh is. This is things he's done before. So essentially, this guy gets a girl pregnant, pretends he's going to be with her, says, listen, I want babies with you, but it's just not the right time. So that the girl's so in love, she's like, all right, I'll get rid of this kid that I do want, that you put inside of me. But to be with you, I'll get rid of it, and then we'll have kids together in the future when it's going to be the right time. And then he dumps her after she got the abortion. Does this seem like the kind of person who's trustworthy and responsible? I'm asking. According to Fresh himself, he's not. He's a deceptive individual who will say anything to a woman to get her to like him, and then will also lie to her to get himself out of any situation.
I said, if a girl's on camera with me, she is what? Not my girl. Let's keep that in mind. If I bring a girl on camera, she's not my girl. You will never see my girl because I know what happens when you bring a girl on the internet. I learned from experience. That's all I'm gonna say.
I brought her. No, I don't. Let me think.
When I say Fresh is not credible and he's a dishonest person, this is what.
Hey, man, like, yo, oh man, you know what? I know so many guys like this, and in complete transparency, I am sort of, or I was a guy like this, all right, until I became an honest man. But, hey, anyway, let's roll the tape. I'm gonna reserve judgment. All right, I'm gonna reserve judgment.
Is this red pill? To nut inside of a bunch of women, get them pregnant, and hope you can use deception to get them abortions?
This is one reason why I do not subscribe to any particular ideology, red pill, blue pill, black pill, white pill, whatever the pills, conservative, liberal, like, because you get boxed in and now you're just basically going to be a hypocrite or just, anyway. I like to be on God pill, the side of the truth and the facts, okay? When you are on any other sort of pill that's away from God, you're basically going to have things happen to you like this. So take that with a grain of salt.
The nuclear family is the backbone to any thriving society.
Is it
facts? That's true.
Part of the nuclear family to nut inside a bunch of women that you don't actually want to be with and get them pregnant and hope they get abortions? Is this how you father families and don't create single-parent households?
You know, hey, they got a point here. All right, you guys preaching or nuclear family or whatnot, and this doesn't seem like nuclear family building. All right, and this is exactly how we have a nation of women who are misguided and undecided. You know what I'm saying? They need fathers, and this does not seem like a fatherly behavior or advice.
The thing is, all this time, people and them, they've been saying that we're not red pill, even though we never claim that we are. And we're not. But neither are you.
Facts. Facts.
Neither are you.
What is more beta than coming inside of women that y'all claim are sex workers and getting them pregnant and risking all your financial future? What is more beta than having an online beef with somebody and then putting on monkey suits and then losing millions of dollars because you want to be an idiot on camera? All you guys do is take L's. Again! Every time you guys get a chance, you embarrass yourself. And I know your fan base knows it because they're eviscerating you in the comments and they look at you guys like clowns.
Oh, it's not really a fan base. Sometimes you're watching things because it's entertaining, not because you like it.
Yeah.
Or you like what's going on or anything like that.
I don't know how you guys take this movement seriously. If you want to take it seriously, take it seriously. Their whole like destroying stream, they brought up her ID, they said all this other stuff. They provide no proof. Nothing really tangible. And they never address any of the lies they told their own fans. They don't address the fact that Fresh did pay for that gift, even though he told fans they're stupid.
Half of it.
There's literal receipts that show Fresh paid for it.
The Chinese escort, because I'm about to get Fresh on this one too. So Fresh, you gave an extremely expensive Von Cleef bracelet, which are worth up to $30K, to a Chinese escort you just met. Now, Fresh, you claim that you didn't give her the gift. That's what you claim.
Show me the proof.
But the escort says that you did.
No,
he didn't. Number one, he didn't buy the bracelet for her.
So here's where you're wrong. One, she's on the escort, and two, I didn't buy a bracelet. So what are you trying to say, bro? Where's your proof? You have no proof.
Fresh, you're lying. Bro, you're Fresh. You're a trick, bro. You're lying. And everyone sees it. It's all ones in the
Call
chat,
him
bro.
a trick.
So to put that on me, just because you want to say, oh, Fresh is a simp, wrong.
So you didn't buy it?
Fresh, so can you
No.
You're just trying to say that he bought the bracelet. He didn't buy the bracelet.
And
you're saying, oh, Fresh bought her a Van Cleef bracelet. You have no proof of this.
None.
No, it's not true. He paid half and I paid half. Like I said, how much? Around 30K. Well,
Yo, they
first,
balling.
I still have the conversation. I told him,
Them niggas
what's the
ballin'.
issue if you tell everyone you bought me the bracelet? Like, why can't you tell everyone? Why can't you speak the truth?
The issue is it's a branding issue. You know what I'm saying? And this is why it's tricky, because these guys are coming into their own, and I don't want to make excuses for them, but I like being objective and I like hearing both sides and I like observing, right? But these guys, you've seen them grow into this fame right before your eyes. They weren't always like this. All right. They wasn't always player. They wasn't always having 30K or 15 bands to drop on a bracelet for a woman. You know, they wasn't always like this. So they're growing right before your very eyes. And sometimes, like, you go and find yourself tricking, especially if you've never had a woman as hot as this or have as much money as you do, right? The common folk might see that as tricking. For a person who's making a few $1 million a year, that's probably just like, yo, man, you know what I mean? Like, even Jay-Z was buying his girls or girls that he messed with tennis bracelets. So, hey, you know what I mean? Anyway, let's continue.
Truth. Like, why are you like pretending it, like hiding it? But then he was like, don't say it. He just told me to shut up.
If Fresh says it's not his baby or she's not pregnant, then just demand a DNA test. Why don't you go do that? There's a reason why you're not going to do it. The reason why you're not going to do it is because you know it's your kid. All these people saying, oh, Fresh is impotent. He can't have kids. Well, according to this, he's had other abortions before. They claim that she's a worker, okay? I don't care. I said in the first video, she claims she's not, and you claim she's not. So that's what
this is another thing. This is another layer that doesn't make, like, it's irrelevant, right? It's like, yo, did you get this chick pregnant? Yes or no? Now, there is no fact that, one, she is pregnant that we, as the public of public opinion, can judge by. You know, we've seen a few papers and stuff like that. They couldn't all be doctored. We're living in the era of AI, right? So if we, like, the main case is this woman pregnant? And if she is, like, is she or is she not going to keep the baby? That is the main thing. Everything else is just noise trying to sort of distract from what the actual case is. And perspective-wise, the only thing that matters is she pregnant? Yes or no? Now, if she's not, then, you know, this was all for nothing. But if she is, there's some answering that need to be done, especially if, you know, you lied to your audience and whatnot.
What I'm going based off of. All three of y'all said this girl comes from a rich family and all this stuff. And what did I say? To date, there's no actual proof that she does any of that kind of work. Now, whether or not you want to believe that is up to everyone at home. Listen, I don't know this girl. I don't know Fresh either. So I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I know their whole history. There's a very high possibility that these people have done shady things in the past, so I have no way of knowing. The only people who said they knew her are y'all.
A question for you, bro. What proof do you have that she's an escort? This girl comes from a rich-ass family.
Yeah, bro.
You know how difficult it is to get a fucking visa as a Chinese national to come to the United States as often as she does? She comes from a very wealthy family, bro.
Here's where you're wrong. One, she's on court. And two, I didn't buy a bracelet.
Fresh, why are you even addressing this? Live your life. You're not doing anything a person in your shoes wouldn't do. You're living the dream, and people going to hate. As long as you know you do right by your people, and with God, you're good.
The problem is,
very
bro,
true.
is that
it's because they brought her into the
yeah. You can roast
Normally, he wouldn't give.
Yeah, dude, you can roast me all day. I really don't care. But when you bring her family and her into this, is weird, bro. It's like really weird.
Yo,
like,
the switch up is
cool.
crazy.
It's cool. It's like, bro, why? Because you want to hate on me? Come on, man. This is why I don't do vlogs anymore with girls. This is the reason why.
Yeah.
Because they make them look crazy.
Yeah. And this is honestly, like, it's like, funny because we gave y'all the IRL, right? Showing a little bit of our life.
Yeah.
And then it, like, now it's like.
Yo, I don't know if they trolling or what, but that is an epic troll right there. For them to switch up like that, that is an epic troll, man.
And you guys wonder why, like, we're reluctant to, like, show you guys stuff that we do behind the scenes. It's because people got to be weird, bro. Like, they always got to be.
Yeah, they do. But the reason you guys don't do it is because you guys are fraudsters. And if you really show what happens behind the curtain, they're going to see that you don't live the lifestyle that you proclaim. And Fresh, this is evidence of that. Because whether this girl's an ex-worker or not really has no importance to me. But it has an importance to your movement and the things that you guys profess. These are the exact kind of women that you tell all the men to. If she is what you say she is, this is the exact kind of woman you tell every guy to avoid. When you went on the H3 podcast, you said you have to sleep with 50 women or more. Why? So you can discern female nature. So you can spot a good one from a bad one.
What guys have to do is kind of go in and understand how women operate in today's day and age. And I think a good way to do that is obviously to have experience, so that you're not getting into a relationship or a situation with a woman and you're not aware of her nature and you don't know how to deal with it.
Fresh has supposedly had 1,000 bodies.
Pretty successful ladies. You know, we're both triple digit notch count. He's in the quadruples.
So my honest to God truth body count, bro. No cap. You ready for it? It's over 1,000.
Yo, remember what I said, right? A gentleman never remembers. This is perfect reason why. Okay? Now, if you go with that, your credibility will always come into question. But if you say a gentleman never remembers, you know what I mean? They're going to have to prove it. And basically the way that you carry yourself from day to day, your interactions, all of those, it's the subtlety of it that'll just speak volumes for you. But when you boast and brag about stuff like that, your credibility, man, which is something that's easily to destroy and discredit. Anyway.
I'm dead ass serious. I remember I told you, right? I told you about Barbados when. So listen, guys, I'm gonna break it down for you, right?
And you can't tell a good one from a bad one? Doesn't this just make you look like you have zero credibility?
How do you get a wife, Ethan? Because my thing is like you're like you're talking about the finish line. What about the race?
Yeah.
You understand? Like you have to get to
Are
a
either of you
certain
married?
point where you can even identify a female that's worthy of marriage, of having a family with, etc. And unfortunately, in today's day and age, it's not that simple anymore. We live in a very complex world where it's difficult to identify women that are marriage material. A lot of guys don't have that ability to find a woman that's worthy.
You don't have that ability.
I don't have that ability?
You're not married.
That is another fact, man. Like, yo, I was once single. You know what I mean? Now I'm happily married, 2 beautiful kids. And I'll tell you, like these playboys, they think like, yo, I could bag any chick. I could have any chick. And they're like, you know, a woman don't have options. But if they can bag any chick, and they would be able to choose wisely, lock one down, and go about building their kingdom. But they can't. This is the issue I have. This is one of the issues I have with a Fresh and Fit, or like these red pillars. You know, some of the red pillars are married and whatnot, but there are some who like to speak for single people as a single person, but can never do what it takes to lock someone down, give them your last name, have the responsibility of building a kingdom with a woman, and also having kids and raising kings and queens. You know, they're just damaged people that's just going around damaging other people. And the cycle just continues until somebody breaks the cycle. But, you know, there's arguments for both sides. If you want to be single playboy all your life, that's fine. Speak to those type of people. But if your people, if you're trying to lead them to marriage, then promoting that degeneracy ain't it. All right. And that goes for married people too. That's out of the game. If you've been out of the game for 20 years, 15 years, you can't really speak to the single guy, but you can give him advice on how you was able to pick the one and run it up with them.
That's by choice. But no, the ability to find a woman, you clearly don't have that ability.
I wonder how many more times they're going to make this mistake.
Again!
And
Again!
and
Again!
So you use the sugar
Yo, they
daddy
drive you for that
websites as
edit.
dating sites. You say it's hard to find a good woman because they're motivated by material things and stuff, and yet you're seeking women, specifically a certain type of woman, obviously, that would be on a sugar daddy website. So it seems like you are confirming your biases by even going there to find women. What?
Okay, so you
Sorry,
said
Walter, I'll say it. You want me to say it again slower?
in a sense, it's because people gotta be weird, bro. Like they always gotta be fucking weird and like send the girls messages. Like Angie gets a bunch of stupid ass messages too.
I couldn't imagine.
You know, she just has thick skin.
But they're right. They're right. We don't honestly post some of the thing that goes in our personal lives. Why? Because people are gonna be weird about it. They're gonna take pictures of people that have nothing to do with your family and claim they are your family and then diss them.
Thanks. That happens
That's
too.
That's what you did. So you're right. Motherfuckers be weirdos.
Yeah.
And that's you.
But never forget what they told us many, many, many years ago.
We are better than you niggas. Period. We're better than you. We make more money than you. We got a better fucking channel than y'all. We get more views than y'all. The only thing you guys got on us is you guys been on longer. But I guarantee you, next year, this time, we're gonna lap you motherfuckers. Because you know what? Nobody works harder than us.
Nope.
Period.
How's that going? How's that going? One demonetization and losing millions of dollars later. How's that going? Yeah, always going to lose.
Golly.
You're my child. I've disciplined you a great many times.
Hey, yo. Don't ever. There's one thing as a wise man, and you know, you could blame YouTube, you could blame censorship and all this, but as a wise man, don't ever, under any circumstances, mess up your bag. Don't mess up your bag for a revenge. Don't mess up your bag for some pussy. Don't ever mess up your bag for anything. All right? Like, you can mess up your bag if they're going against your principles and your morals and whatnot. All right? You could, like, if it goes against that, you can mess up your bag for that. But other than that, there's no woman, there's no amount of revenge, there's nothing that you can do, that you should do to mess up your bag. And these guys fumbled so hard. So hard.
And I will discipline you again. You know why we do this? Because the red pill, this movement, it is a sickness of the highest order. And I don't enjoy it. You're going to pay. They showed some kind of video of her, which is supposedly her with a client.
Okay, but it's an anonymous source. Okay, so this is a photo of her meeting up with a guy. And it gets better. We got video and audio. Run the clip.
If you call me and prove it. Prove it.
Firstly, do you take PayPal?
No.
Cash only?
No. Which insurance for? Do you have cash?
I would prefer to pay you half first and then half after. It's never worked out good when I pay up front.
Why? I'm here. What are you worried about?
One time, I paid the girl up front. I was pleasuring her. She said she came up 3 times and that she couldn't do it anymore.
So you're going to do it 10 times? 2 weeks?
I have been in the past.
Yeah, but I'm a girl. I need to be more secure. If you're not making excuse, that means you are not willing to pay.
I'll pay for 2, 3, 4 hours.
Non-stop?
We stop for maybe 30 minutes or I slip in and
I cannot stay for 2 and 3 hours.
you can't stay for 2 or 3
I can stay, but I cannot have sex for 2 and 3 hours. Like, who can do that?
It's not just this for 2 or 3 hours. You will have to trust me on this. You will not be uncomfortable. You will not be painful. If you are, you may go. I will not force you to stay.
You can pay me half and I will stay here for 1 hour.
I don't even know if that's really her though.
Then I will stay here for 1 hour and I'll leave. Because for you, 1 hour is enough. You said 2, 3 hours. I cannot stay for 2 and 3 hours.
You can't stay for 2 or 3
hours. That don't even look like her.
Listen,
like we don't even see her face.
They don't have the
That's
same
a receipt. A receipt without a date, without a fucking store, without a fucking item is not a receipt. Because what you have is a piece of paper.
That's facts. And there's a lot of other pieces of paper here. You showed a scrumpled up piece of paper all in Chinese. Her getting fired for some place for 11 different reasons. It doesn't even say which one it is. You guys just assumed it's got to be all of them. It was rinky dink. I was really disappointed because I'm like, oh, listen, maybe they got something good. There was nothing there. Whether she is a or not, I don't care.
Another
It doesn't even matter. Did Fresh get her pregnant or not? And if he did, he got to be accountable for that. That's it.
As a matter of fact, if you're trying to prove that she's a worker, and she is, and you didn't see it,
yeah,
it shows more what you are than what she is.
Every day. It's just funny to me that the dudes who were supposed to be experts at this literally couldn't see something that was supposedly right in their face, but their own fans could see it.
Mm-hmm.
How does that make you a credible leader in this regards?
It doesn't.
When the fans pointed out to you, you call them stupid, uneducated, lonely dudes who have no game. But you, with all the game in the world, can't figure it out. You introduce her to your mom and your whole family. You was eating out her box. If she is what you claim she is,
no,
that's a bigger L for you. The fact that you got on a podcast and thought, yo, this is a W, I'm about to eviscerate everything. All you did was make your brand look more shaky, you dumbass. This would be like an evangelical getting accused of sleeping with a prostitute. He's like, no. It wasn't a prostitute, it was just a trans man.
She was not a prostitute, she was a crack. I didn't pay her in ducats, I paid her in crack. Because I would never pay for sex with money.
Guys, this is a police report where she basically stole money from an individual. Okay, yeah. She stole money from an individual. All right? And
so apparently there's a police report about someone claiming she stole $1,000. She was never convicted. She was never charged. We have no information about this, but they're saying she's a criminal.
Yeah, damn.
How does that work? How do you work in law enforcement and before someone's ever found guilty, you say they're a criminal? And if she was a criminal, how does she get a visa?
Yo, this is not a good look whatsoever.
To go from China to the U.S. Think about how none of this makes any sense.
This woman takes this guy's money and runs off with it, right? One of the people that she, one of her clients, right? So what does that say about her character? And you guys might be wondering, well, Myron, do you got proof? Oh, I do got proof, actually. I got video. Here she is, taking the dude's money and doing what she's about to do with it.
Oh, I don't even look like the same person.
Okay, so apparently this is the video footage of her. That's her. They're saying this is her in China. Bro, that's not the same person. That's not the same person.
That's just their them showing again. They all look alike, so they're gonna believe.
Damn, man. Fresh and Fit, y'all out here looking bad, man. This is why you don't come online and try to air out your grievance. Now, according to Shorty, Daisy, like she been trying to, talk to him before, and then I don't know, but there was no excuse for her to make this public. All right, let's just clear that. There was no excuse for her to make this public. But when she did, the best thing Fresh could have done was say, a gentleman never remembers, right? If he would have just said that and go about his way, but that ego, man, that ego would get you every time. People chatting in his ear. I got to clear my name. Now I got to send my mans to be a crash dummy for me. And now look at y'all, both looking bad. But,
I don't care how much plastic
the
surgery
jury
you
is
say
still
nobody
out.
got. That don't even look like her. The eyes are completely different. Now, me personally, this is how I think it's all going to end. I don't think she's going to keep the kid. I think everyone's going to be able to move on. And I think it's the best thing for everybody. Okay? I know I memed about having this kid named Ava. I think it's funny. But I don't actually want that to happen. I don't want some kid to be born in these circumstances. And if I'm the Chinese national, there's no way I'm having some half-black baby to go back to China and have to be socially ostracized. That just seems like a horrible idea.
Now, it sounds like you are advocating, if she is pregnant, for an abortion. Now, I do not agree with that. All right? I do not agree with that. Now, if she is pregnant, I am pro-life. If she is pregnant, you got to see it through. All right? Like, just because the mom sinned, just because the dad sinned, doesn't mean that the baby has to die. Now, that's only if she is pregnant, right? Now, based on everything prior to that, it does look a little shaky because, like, why are you on the internet throwing this man under the bus like that? You should have kept everything private, should have lawyered up, get things handled behind the scenes before it's spilled out to the floor in the public space, right? But you brought it out to us. You gave all of us content creators something to talk about. But if you are pregnant, you got to see it through. If you're not, then, you got to be held accountable too for even throwing this accusation out there. But anyway, let's continue.
Idea. Another L for Fresh and Fit. They can't stop taking them. And them posting her personal employment information, all this other stuff. Hey, man, y'all better be careful. Y'all be posting things that's personal about people that shouldn't be online. And it's very possible that YouTube will come after you guys for that. But hey, I could be wrong. We'll see what happens.
Anyway, That is true, man. Like, this is just messy as hell. This is messy, all the way messy. All parties involved, you know what I mean? Thoughts and prayers to everyone involved. But this has been a nasty rivalry between these two. And jury's still out, but depending on if this woman is pregnant or not, like, this is looking like a strong L. And you guys have an opportunity to right shit, man. Lead responsibly, all right? Lead responsibly. Anyway, let me know what you guys' opinions are down in the comments below. And see you on the next one. Peace out.